welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, I'm sorry if my voiceover makes noise in the middle of this recording. But anyways, I'm gonna read to you guys a story titled The Vampire... what is this? Mr. Midnight 16. This is volume 1. Volume 2, I'm not gonna read it because not that interesting. And it's a guy, so this one it's a girl one. It's titled My Class Vampire. Wondering what it is? Let's jump in. Oh my god. Naman. Class, we have a new student, announced our teacher, Miss Poon. And we all stopped what we were doing and looked up. Now, before I go any further, my name is Ranice Tan, and I am 10. So is my best friend, Farliana. We've been going to the same school together for a long time. And our best friend is Kiefer Tay. He's a very cute boy who sits right behind me. Kiefer is 10 as well, although he does look older. Anyhow, things were very normal at school until the new girl arrived. Class, Miss Poon continued, pointing to the new girl. Her name is Vivian, and she just enrolled in the school today. Why is this so hard to read books? Oh my god. Everyone stared at Vivian, who was standing at the doorway. When she looked around at us, her eyes had a strange expression. They were, whoops. Okay, let me just repeat the sentence. They were, empty, like there was nobody behind them. She looked emotionless, I thought. Sorry guys, my hair is everywhere. And her face wasn't just pale. Her skin was Her skin was a whiteness that I had never seen before. It was white, like the marble, like the kind of marble you would use. Since when a sentence is so hard to... Never mind. It was white, like the kind of marble you'd see in the cemetery. She looked like a corpse, and I shivered in fright. Please tell us more about yourself, Vivian, Miss Poon said, and led Vivian further into the room. Vivian put her hand over her mouth and said, My name is Vivian. Oh, must I do the action, guys? Let's go. This is weird. Let's do this. My name is Vivian. This is my first day in your school. I could hardly hear what she was saying. It all sounded so muffled. I need to wipe my... Oh my god, this is disgusting. Why did I even thought of muffling my voice in the first place? What's wrong with her? Whispered Farliana. Maybe she's got a smelly breath, I replied. Maybe her mouth smells like a graveyard, said Kiefer wickedly. I hope she doesn't sit near me. Vivian's hand didn't leave her mouth. Wait, what's this? I hope I will be very happy here, she said. And the minute her mouth closed, her hand dropped to her side. Miss Poon looked worried. It's always very difficult to start at a new school and make friends. Make new friends. So Vivian, I want you to go and sit near Ranice. She pointed to me. Oh my god. Ranis will make you feel very welcome. Won't you, Ranis? I forced a smile. Yes, Miss Poon. I watched with dread as Vivian made her way toward me. I stood up and shook hands. When she breathed out, I felt I was going to die. Her breath stank like decaying matter. Dead fish, rotten fruit, all rolled into one cloud of revolting odor that crept up my nostrils and spread through my brain like poison. When I smiled at her, she smiled back. Her smile lasted only a flash of a second, but guess what I'd seen? A pair of fangs. I blinked. But when she smiled again, her fangs had disappeared. I must be dreaming, I thought to myself. I told myself, sorry. Well, since Vivian was sitting alongside me, I decided I'd try to make friends with her. But I wasn't starting a friendship. I was starting a nightmare. Okay, it's chapter 2, guys. Oh my god, ugh. Fangs? Gasped Farliana. You mean like vampires have? Yuck. Kiefer laughed. You must have... Oh my god. Kiefer laughed. You must have imagined it, Ranis. Nobody has fangs. People only have fangs in Hollywood movies. It was lunchtime, and we were sitting in our usual corner of the canteen. Well, that's what I saw, I insisted. We shook hands, and she smiled, and there they were. And her breath stank. And next time she opened her mouth, they were gone. She must have retracted them. Is that the word? Kiefer laughed even more. Ranis, no one can make their teeth go in and out or up and down. It's impossible. Oh my god, my hair's everywhere, guys. I've seen lots of scary movies, Farliana began. Vampires have teeth that do that, she said while she rubbed her neck. Vampires suck your blood, and once they bite you, you'll become a vampire too. That's how they make new vampires. Kiefer grinned. You don't think Vivian's a vampire, do you? He nudged me and made a spooky sound. Vivian the vampire. And that's what we nicknamed her. If Vivian is a vampire, argued Farliana, that explains why she's so pale. Vampires don't like going in the daytime. Don't like going out in the daytime. It's too bright. They only go out under the full moon. I looked up and saw her and saw her sitting alone. Nobody was going near her. I began to feel guilty. I shouldn't have told my friends what I'd seen. What if I had imagined it? What if she didn't have fangs at all? Miss Poon asked me to look after her. I reminded them. Why don't we all go and sit with her? Farliana's eyes were filled with horror. I don't want to have lunch with a vampire. What if she bites us? Vampires only bite you at midnight, joked Kiefer. We watched the new girl as she opened her school bag. I wonder what she eats, I asked. Her breath was really awesome. Vivian pulled out a small bottle and Farliana almost screamed. It's full of red stuff. She was right. Vivian unscrewed the cap and held the bottle to her lips. She sipped the red liquid and a strange look crossed her face. It could be tomato juice, I suggested. I think it's bottled blood. Kiefer smirked. Oh my god. He dropped his voice. I wonder what it tastes like. Farliana screamed and Vivian looked up. She saw us staring at her and quickly hid the bottle. See that? Kiefer said. She wouldn't have put the bottle away if it'd been full of tomato juice. Now I felt really bad. I jumped up. I'm going over to talk to her. But when I sat down beside her, her empty eyes sent a shiver of fear racing down my spine. Do you want to come and join my friends? I asked. Vivian shook her head. And when she spoke, a hideous smell hung in the air between us. I saw them looking at me, she said coldly. They don't like me. Nobody likes me. You shouldn't think that. I tried to ignore her breath and gave her my friendliest smile. It's always difficult to make friends when you are new. People are always like that to me. Her eyes surveyed my face without any expression. You don't have to pretend you want to be my friend just because of your teacher. Oh my god. Just because your teacher told you to. It was like she was a mind reader. But she was starting to make me angry. I'm just trying to... Oh my god, this is so hard. I'm just trying to get to know you. That's all. I looked at her hands, folded over her school bag. Her skin was white. Are you eating? I've just had my medicine. she explained. I can't eat anything now. And with that, she turned away and stared off into space. I tried to think of something else to say. What are your hobbies? I began. I like sport and reading. But there was no reply. Do you like reading, Vivian? I can lend you some of my books if you like. She just sat there, ignoring me. You're very rude, I snapped. I don't think you know how to make friends with anyone. I got up and walked away. And when I looked back over my shoulder, she hadn't moved. She was as still as a statue. She was the creepiest person I have ever met. Oh my God. She's weird, I said when I sat down again beside my friends. What happened? Demanded Farliana. Was she drinking blood? Kiefer wanted to know. She said it was her medicine, I told him. She was so rude. She didn't even want to talk to me. Maybe she was rude and maybe she was rude to you because she heard what we were saying before, Farliana whispered. About her being a you know what. I shook my head. I think she's just a nasty girl who doesn't have friends and doesn't want any. Well, you tried your best, Ranis. Kiefer grunted. I guess vampires don't have many friends anyhow. Then he held up a piece of paper and grinned. While you were talking to her, we've been busy. Yes, Farliana giggled. We were thinking up more nicknames to call her. I was shocked. I never thought my friends could be so cruel. Cruel. Oh my God. Don't be a spoil sport. Kiefer groaned. We're only having some fun. I looked at the list of names. Vivian the Vampire, Murder Mouth, Dracula's Daughter, Fangface, Death Breath, Terror Teeth. You're sick, I told them, and put the list down beside my bag. Suddenly, a gust of wind picked it up and carried it across the canteen. Vivian looked up and reached a hand for the fluttering page. We watched in horror as she read the names, and when she turned toward us, she seemed to be looking right through us. Farliana shuddered. She knows we wrote it. Just for a moment, something showed in Vivian's eyes. It was like a light, a strange glow, something I'd never seen before in anyone's eyes. knot of fear gripped my stomach. Then she crumpled the paper and tossed it aside. She stood up, grabbed her school bag, and stalked off. Where's she going? Frau Liana whispered. Strange, the whispering part wasn't whisper. The blood bank, teased Kiefer. Don't play the... Oh my god. Never mind. Don't play the thing. Don't play the fool, said Frau Liana, her voice edged with fear. What if she is a real vampire? And what if she knows that we know she's a vampire? She made weird strangling sound. She made a weird strangled sound. We might be in danger. You've got to be joking. Kiefer threw back his head and laughed. The only dangerous thing about her is her breath. I said nothing. I just watched Vivian as she walked towards the stairs. And that was when I had a frightening thought. Frau Liana might be right. If Vivian was a vampire, what would she do to protect her terrible secret? That's what I'll be reading for you guys today. I will read to you guys 3 more chapters in 3 more videos because this book has like 21 chapters. So I'm going to read 3 videos in one. So there'll be 7 videos on this book. I'm so sorry it took so long. But I will continue with you guys in the next video. See you guys in the next video. Bye.